How we doing, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good night, or whenever you're watching this video. But I am making this around noon on January 8th because we actually got some surprising bad news when it comes to Transformers games. Uh, so recently, I think it was a couple of years ago, there was a trailer shown. Really cool, really mysterious about like an alien invasion coming in taking over a city, and you see people working on some kind of robot. Then you find out they were reactivating Bumblebee, and it goes into a uh, big thing that says Transformers Reactivate. And the whole premise of the game was that you were supposed to go around and reactivate all the Transformers characters. Uh, as far as I know, it was supposed to be a live service game, but then other reports say it was only going to be a single player game. Either way, the concept sounds really cool. It gives you a way to really gives you a way to reintroduce yourself to all these characters, get to know them one by one. But this morning, after about a year and a half of speculation, because we heard that some restructuring was going around to Splash Damage, but then we got our hopes up with Hasbro saying they wanted to put more into their video games. We got an actual update from Splash Damage basically saying that they're canceling the video game. And it says, Today we have some very difficult news to share. The decision has been made to end development of Transformers Reactivate. This means we will be scaling down to refocus our efforts on other projects. Unfortunately, despite every effort, a number of roles across the studio are now potentially at risk of redundancy. The decision did not come lightly and it is a difficult time for the studio and our people. We want to take a moment to thank the team who worked on Transformers for their dedication and passion. Hasbro was an incredible and supportive partner throughout, and we hope to work with them again. To the many fans, your excitement and support helped keep us going. While not be while not being able to see the game through to release is painful, having to say goodbye to our friends and colleagues hurts even more. We are now focused on doing everything we can to support them, though this through this period, just as we are committed to caring for those who will stay with us as we build a stronger Splash Damage for the future. Thank you for your compassion and understanding. With that being said, part about that, especially the part about redundancy, if I do recall correctly, I'll put a correction up here if I am right or not. I think Splash Damage was one of the few developers that got hit with some. Okay, slight correction. It there wasn't any Splash Damage layoffs beforehand, but as I was editing this video, Splash Damage confirmed that there is going to be layoffs that led to the cancellation of Transformers Reactivate. Those layoffs that got smacked across the whole industry last year. But on top of that, it's just a case of I think a lot of us were just really excited about this game. It was something new. It'd be something cool. We have action figures of the designs. We knew what the characters were going to look like. They looked scrapped up. They looked like they were put together. They honestly looked like they had to be like piece by piece brought back together and turned back on because of whatever the I think the leak story was that a giant EMP had to be set off and it killed and not essentially killed all the Transformers, but basically turned them off. But it really gave you the sense of like, yeah, that's how bad things got in that storyline. I think it was like part of the story was that after the EMP went off, it was supposed to be 5 years later. Now, I'm not going to post any clips in this video. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. But there are actual clips and videos of certain builds of this game that are out there. So this game was around 25 to like 30% complete. Not 30%, like 70. It was away from being complete. Like it was around 75 to 80% actually done. And snap. And it just blows my mind that we had this potential of a really good game and it got canceled. And it just leads into the fact that one of my chat groups said it as well that the last couple of Transformers games have just been mid as hell. We have Transformers Galactic Trials that just came out. That's a battling racing game, It's a generic as hell battling racing game. We also had Transformers Earthspark that came out a couple years, was it a year or two ago? It'd be 2 years now, and it was just Like I played through that all the way through, and like if I gave that to a kid, the kid would probably find it fun. But then I'm like, I just started streaming Fall of Cybertron, as in yesterday, right? I was streaming that yesterday. The opening level was epic. It gave you a really good sense of what things are going down. It gave you a good sense of scale. It gave you a good sense of epicness. That's what happens when a team that knows what they're doing gets things done correctly. And on top of that, we won't get a game like that anymore because Bobby Flippin Kotick at Activision thought it was a better idea to absorb High Moon Studios into the Call of Duty machine. And oh my goodness. Yeah, it just really infuriates me that Transformers Fall of Cybertron was probably the last great, great, mind you, Transformer game that we probably will ever get in a long time. Because too many people to see the Transformers IP as just, oh, just make an okay game. The last two games were done by Ordinary Games. And Hasbro's fine with this. They're fine with us pumping out. Oh, not Ordinary Games, Outright Games. And Hasbro's just fine with pumping out just mediocre slop. Like, why? Why are we going back and not, and especially right now, where Hasbro CEO said that they wanted to invest more into their video games? Like, why? Why did he say that? Just for Splash Damage to come right back around and go, yeah, no, we're canceling the game. Now, if the game is almost done, and some of those rumors and videos are true, that that the actual video game is at 80% completion, just hand it off to somebody else to get it done. Because the concept was really cool. It premiered at the Game Awards, and it actually got a really cool feedback to it. Like when people were like watching reactions, like, "Oh, what's this? This looks really cool. Oh, it's a post-apocalyptic." And then when they realized it was a Transformers game, it's like, "Oh, this looks cool. Let's get really neat ideas like this." But apparently neat ideas will never fruition in the Transformers zeitgeist. If it's not based off of an ongoing cartoon, if it's not based off an upcoming movie, it looks like they have no interest in getting it done. Now, mind you, I am definitely putting a giant asterisk on that rant a second ago, because Splash Damage was one of the developers that got smacked with the layoff situation that happened last year. We lost like, what was it, like 20,000 something jobs last year? And this is definitely a company where Splash Damage definitely is not one of the biggest ones at all. And this really seemed like an ambitious project. So it definitely was like, okay, even a lot of us Transformers fans were seeing like the writing on the wall where last year the Transformers activate the Transformers reactivate Instagram, the Transformers reactivate Twitter, all of them got deactivated. And once we saw that, we're like, oh yeah, this game got canceled. I even went back and to double check, and I think even the website might be gone as well. Future me put up like a screenshot or something to really show if it's still there or not. But anyway, I had to really sit down, talk about this. This is just going to be an unedited rant to kind of show how much I stutter a little bit. But yeah, this is a sad day for us Transformers fans, for us video game fans, because this really seemed like a neat concept, and especially to get Transformers back into the video game only sphere of things as well. Oh my god. Okay, sad day for all of us. Anyways, if you guys uh want to hang around, if you guys have hung around this far, why not check all the streams I've been having? I am on an adventure to stream all the Transformers games. We started with Transformers War for Cybertron, and we just streamed yesterday Fall of Cybertron, and I am on a mission to stream all of the Transformers games. Some of the older games I'm going to have to find a way to stream them, but we'll figure that out when it comes to it. Until then, guys, thank you for being around, and until next time, I'm gone. I'm Ghost. I'm out of here. I'm past tense, and I'll catch you guys later.